He was the cloud that gave water. And this is the difference. It's a huge difference. Why we cry? Tears are made from what? From water. Allah Azza wa Jal, when He created the tears, He had this incident in mind. Why? He always wants you to remember this. Why we cry? So we can feel relieved, right? When someone's so depressed, he took something from you, you feel so like in depression, you go into depression mode, you cry. Why we release water? Why we didn't release voice? Allah Azza wa Jal could do that, right? He could create us. When we want to cry, we scream instead of releasing water. So we always go into more depth and depth and depth about what is going on. In science, there's something called sacred geometry. Sacred geometry, it's a science that very specialized in how the universe was created. In the Bible, we believe that there's some verses in it, it's true, some of it, it's fake, it was made up. And in the Quran, we know 100% is 100% sure. But in the Bible, Allah Azza wa Jal say, let there be light. At the very beginning, everything was created from light. And what is this light exactly? Is it made of photons? This light made of photons? Now, this light that we see here, there's always spreading of millions of photons that reflect in our faces and go back to you. This is how I see you and this is how you see me. Allah Azza wa Jal created at the very beginning the nur of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and which is called in physics the singularity. This is what called the singularity. The singularity is where you see one dimension and you cannot imagine what is the second dimension behind it. This is mean like you can see only one phase. You cannot imagine what's behind that phase. The second dimension when it was created was something called, who knows? It's Imam Ali alayhi salam. Because the very beginning was Rasulullah. After that Imam Ali, what we call in Arabic al-Fatq wal-Ratq. And from that Allah Azza wa Jal created the 12 Imam from this. And Imam Hussein was there. So we have what? We have multiple type of energies that Allah Azza wa Jal created from that light, and from those energy Allah Azza wa Jal created all what we have now. So when Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was created, he gave all this nature its identity. We exist because of him, because Allah Azza wa Jal wants us always to go back to him. That's why he was Sayyidul Anbiya wal Mursaleen. He was the master of all prophets. If you always wonder why he's the master of all prophets, because of this, because he created everything from him. So when we go and cry, and we say we're gonna cry for Imam Hussein, and some people blame you, why you cry? He died 1400 years ago. We cry for the sake of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Sallallahu alayhi wa salatikum. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa alihi. We cry because everything tied to Rasulullah. It is the same way that when we go visit Karbala, when we go there to the shrine of Imam Hussein and cry, some people they say, you are visiting stones. You are visiting stones. We tell them, what about going to the Kaaba? In the Kaaba, it's all stones, but Allah Azza wa Jal, He ordered us to go visit it. Not because there's stones, holy stones, no, because Allah Azza wa Jal ordered. Same thing with Imam Hussein. Allah Azza wa Jal ordered us always to go visit Imams. Because the reason why we exist, because they are the ultimate energy that you need for your own life. Philosophy, always connecting things together. Religion, if you define what is it exactly, it is the constitution that Allah Azza wa Jal wants you to understand for you to excel. For example, when He told you that drinking is bad, forbidden, He didn't do it because He wants to make you suffer. Actually, when you stay away from drinking, when you stay away from eating pork, it will be good for you. It will give you this good energy that, for example, when you see a person coming to you, you will see how soft this energy is. How many times you were visiting a friends, you were visiting people, and then from this good energy that when you visit them, you feel calm, right? Sometimes you feel calm, and sometimes when you visit different people, you feel very sad, very aggravated, very depressed. So this energy has the ultimate place that exists inside your heart. I'm talking about this because this is the first time of Muharram. During those 10 days, we're going to start learning more and more why, for example, when we go to sujood, it is better for us to bring the turba from Karbala. Always people make fun of us. We always say, for example, we bring this turba because Rasulullah did that. We have one narration in Bukhari about this, that he ordered Sayyidah Aisha to go outside her house. This is how Bukhari stated, to go from inside the house, his house, to go outside to the masjid, to bring something that he need to do sujood on. But Shia, they say, this, when he ordered her to go outside to bring it, it was from Karbala. But now, after 1400 years, we need to prove why. I mean, we have this new generation here sitting. When I tell them when I go do sujood, why we need to do sujood in this turba? What's going to do for me? So, we're going to bring some equipment here, inshallah, in a future night. We're going to show you what kind of proof, like live proof, how it is affecting you in energy, how it is resetting the energy of the body, of your body, so you excel in the salawat. Even in the narration of Ahlul Bayt Salamullahi alayhim, they said, when you go to this sujood in Turbat Karbala, it is like you exceed the 7 layers of heaven. We want to prove that also. It is our job now to prove that. It is always important to reflect in every aspect of Karbala, what happened in Karbala. People, alhamdulillah, outside, they're doing a great job explaining why Imam Hussein went there, explaining why he did what he did against the cruel ruling of Yazid. Some people in different centers are explaining the philosophical point of view. Some of them, they're explaining how important the revolution was. But we always leave the science alone when we come to these events. And today we're going to start learning that science is connected with these events. Why? For the sake of new people. They want to come and they want to learn more and more about this energy. Because now, if you study, if you open the books, if you open the new media, they always want your people, your kids, your wives, your brothers and sisters, to learn about something called the comparison religion. What is this? What is comparison religion? For example, a comparison religion is when you bring two religions together and you start comparing them. You say, in Christianity there is this thing, in Islam there is this thing. And at the very end you prove that Islam, it's not a good religion. Why? Because you'll say, okay, look at the Shia. The Shia always go to this Husayniyah to cry. Why? Because a person died 1400 years ago. And then, this is how they included it. And then they do it with same thing with Christianity. They say Christianity, they believe in Jesus, that he was killed, and then after 3 days he was raised from that, and all this is fake. What is the logic behind that? At the very end you see that comparison religion is going toward one thing, that there is no God, there is no religion, and whatever we're doing now, it's destroying the humanity in this comparison religion. And even some people now, they're very famous from the other school of thought, they're using this comparative religion to start dismantle what Imam Hussein did exactly. To start saying that Imam Mahdi does not exist. Why? Imam Mahdi is an idea. He doesn't really, Rasulullah talked about someone, he said they're saying Imam Mahdi is an idea that people dream about. And then they go beyond that, they're saying there is no Nabi Isa alayhi salam, Jesus, he doesn't exist. Allah Azza wa Jal killed Jesus here, and then he's never gonna come back later. So the Jesus who ever gonna come here, he's gonna be fake. And in our narration we say there's two Jesus, two Masih. The first one is Al-Masih al-Dajjal, and the second one is the real Isa ibn Maryam alayhi salam. So using this comparative studies, using this is against you, at the same time is with you if you use it with science. It is with you if you use it with science. It is very important always to wake up, to see what is the reality, what is going on outside. It's very important to continue crying for Imam Hussein. It's very important to continue studying the religion of how Imam Hussein did. At the same time, it is very important to study the dimensional science that he created. Why Karbala was in that point? Why Karbala, for example, Allah Azza wa Jal didn't create it next to the Medina, or He didn't create it, if He created it next to Mecca, for example, wouldn't be better? No, it will not be better. Why? Because when Allah Azza wa Jal created earth, He created from what? From the point that called golden ratio. You know what's golden ratio? No. Golden ratio is a point where it's equal to 1.6. For example, if you take the earth map, if you take it now, you open it, if you study where exactly the middle, it will be Mecca. It will be the Kaaba, exact point. It is where all energy go inside. It is where time and space was created for this dimension. That's why when you go there, you feel so peaceful. It's not because there's some stones. It's not because there's beautiful area. It doesn't have anything. If you go visit it, you won't find water. You won't find like any green, like when we live here, if you go to the park or something. So when you go there, you only see just a desert, but you feel all this beautiful energy. Same thing with Karbala. If you study the distance between Karbala and the Kaaba, you find all the secrets there. All the secrets existing in this space. Why Imam Ali was in Najaf? Why Imam Hussein was in Karbala? Why the Kaaba exists there? Why Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam sallallahu alayhi wa sallam Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Why Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he was buried in Medina, he wasn't buried in Mecca. Why? Because there is something, if you sit down and you bring the map and you start you start this sacred geometry I told you about, you discover more things is going on. You discover that the existence itself of Karbala, it's not made from an earth. The existence itself. The clay that inside this land, it's not regular stuff. It's not regular stuff. That's why he was there. That's why he went there. And that's why Yazid La'natullah alayhi, because he is following the devil's teaching. He is following the devil's teaching. So he ordered his army to go meet him someplace. But subhanallah, yamkurun wa yamkurullah wallahu khayrul makirin. Always there's this battle between the goodness and the devil, the evil. If you think this is classics, if you think this only exists in Disney Channel or Cartoon Network for kids, that there's only two forces, they're fighting together, and this is fake, no, it's real. We live here because of that. The first thing began by what? By the devil. He was worshipping Allah Azza wa Jal for 6,000 space years, not 6,000 earth years. And then when Allah Azza wa Jal told him that you need to bow for Adam, he refused. He said, why? You want me to bow for someone you created from clay, and I was created from hellfire, and hellfire is better than clay. Why you want me to do that? Same thing over here. Allah Azza wa Jal said to the people that Rasulullah and his household are the Adam, the real Adam. Rasulullah, he said what? He said, Ana wa Ali abawa hadhihi al-ummah. Me and Ali are the real father of this nation. Regarding the sacred geometry that I was just telling you about. I can sit down here for 1 hour just explaining what exactly sacred geometry. But inshallah, we'll do it after Ashura. We'll do it after, inshallah. But now, because we need to reflect on something important and something is facing us every single day, we need to reflect in every aspect. We need to reflect in every science to bring all this ultimate solution for the humanity. We need a solution for humanity. We're here to start a revolution. We are here to start a revolution. Allah Azza wa Jal, He bring us to United States not to open gas stations or to open just centers like this to think who have the better sound system or who has the best decoration, who has the best cameras, or who have the best speakers. No. He brought us here for a message to start new revolution. What this revolution called? Called Islam in the eyes of Ahlul Bayt. And Islam in the eyes of Ahlul Bayt. We need to save Islam. But how we save Islam? From who we need to save Islam? We need to save Islam from us. And this is really surprising. If you study history, especially the people who live in Iraq and the Mesopotamia area, where Dijla and Furat exist, you find that all attack Islam was destroyed not from the outside. There are always people been fighting with Islam since Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam constructed this religion. Always there's fighting against Islam, and Islam always winning. He won by logic, he won by philosophy, he won by science. The best scientists that existed are Muslim, but guess what? They're from Ahlul Bayt. Imam al-Baqir or Imam al-Sadiq, they were their teachers. If you ever, when you sit down, especially in other area, in the Middle East, you find that they're teaching someone called Ibn Sina or someone called Jabir bin Hayyan or someone so and so and so. And guess what? All those people are Shia. All those scientists were Shia taught by imams, our imams. There was no person even from the other school of thoughts, even their own scholars, the four big scholars, they're even taught by our imams. And all for 1300 years we've been under attack, after attack, after attack. And look, we are here now. We are more powerful than everyone in earth. We are more powerful. We have the right tools. We have the right knowledge. We have the right Imam who is behind you. He is supporting you. Who think is Imam Mahdi is not here? Not in every Husayniyah, not in every masjid. He doesn't really need to exist by his body, even though I believe he does. There's in science something called double slit experiment. What this saying? Saying that one electron, one atom, let me say atom more, it can exist in two places at the same time. Science proved that you can exist in two places at the same time. It called double split theory. So if you can bring an atom and then take it to another place at the same time, for example, you exist here and you exist in your house at the same time. Science proved that. And this is only for regular physics. What about Imam, that Allah Azza wa Jal created universe from his light? Can he exist in every place at the same time? Yes, he does. Yes, he does. And that's why we're so powerful. That's why everyone's scared. Because we are starting here a revolution. But a revolution that's starting by us. Before, for example, when you walk in the streets, every single one, he will keep saying, look, those people, those ulama, those mashayikh, they're not doing anything for the community. And vice versa, ulama, they say, look, those people, they're not doing anything for the community, and we're really worried about them. But if every single one of us is busy about changing himself, what's the result? For example, before I start blaming the ulama, before I start blaming my parents, before I start blaming any single person outside, I need to start changing myself, because the change starts by you. When you change yourself, your heart become the Kaaba of you. It's proven scientifically that your energy of your heart can go 50 miles away. For example, now our hearts, when you cry about Imam Hussein, the sadness will travel 50 miles around this perimeter here. But your energy, is it pure to tackle other people around this center? Is it pure to tackle? Because when you're crying and when your heart is sad, it's not just for you to show that you are the best one here who cry. No, you need to know that you have a transmitter here inside your heart, and everyone around this area, and many of them are Americans. Many of them are Americans around you. You know now that when you cry for Imam Hussein, for the sake of Allah Azza wa Jal, you're gonna affect other people they will not know why they're sad. They will not know what is going on inside your heart. But the reality is, you are changing them with your tears. And inshallah, in one of the nights, I'm going to talk about the gravity of tears. Because your tears have a gravity. Your tears change the world. And it has been changing. For 1400 years, we didn't know about the gravitational force of tears. Shia have been crying 1400 years. And some good Sunnis, because they know the truth, they've been crying about Imam Hussein. They know Yazid, he was a tyrant. With those tears, people start changing the faith of earth. And inshallah, we're going to change it more and more and more, and it's coming. Imam Mahdi, salamullahi alayh, he is trying to raise you with Ashura. His companion, he wants a companion like Imam Hussein companion. But how are you going to bring that? Not through TV, not through bestsellers, not through books. He's going to bring it through tears. He's going to bring it through tears. Because they're capable, tears are capable of doing that. Inshallah, we'll reflect more and more in those 10 days about this science of energy, what happened exactly in Karbala, because of what one of our great imams said, if you really know what happened in Karbala, you will die from crying. That's why our followers, Imam keeps saying, our followers, we hide many things from our followers. And this 10 days, we're going to reflect a little bit about what happened with the energy around Earth. It's very important to understand it. It's very important to spread this knowledge. It's very important to continue with it. Inshallah, we'll continue with it. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Sallu ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.